Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss about how to uh, embed R code, C code to in our environment. So in other words, if I explain it a little bit more, so I'm going to show you how we can use .c, C file, C functions inside the we need this kind of technique when we need to improve or need to fast our program. So first I will explain the whole process and then I will show you how we can do that. So this technique is known as foreign language interface into R. So what we are going to do is we are going to write down a source code using language C language, and then if you are using a Windows machine, so we need to convert the .c file into .dll dynamic link library file format. So this is a binary source code. If you are using a Linux machine, so you need to convert into .so format. So either of these two machines, what you are going to do is you are going to make your source code into binary format. And now we are going to use our R script file and going to call this binary function. So in this second file, we have the same function in binary format. So that's our plan. So this is very much useful, as I mentioned earlier. We can use this one to improve the program uh, efficient. Okay, so before starting this one, I want to give the requirements. So you need to have RStudio installed in your computer, and you must have R tools. You can find it from the description in this video. So you need to have R tools and RStudio installed in your computer, and you have to set up a new path to your environment variable. So this new path should be your uh, new path should be the R tool bin folder. So you have to do these three things before starting this technique. Okay. Now let's see how we can do this one. So I'm going to type the code. So I'm going to take one small example. So the example is I'm going to generate two matrices in R. So this is the example. I'm going to generate two, two matrices A and B, and then I'm going to send it to C code. This is I'm going to do in R script, and I'm going to add this A and B inside the C code, and finally print the result. So that is our plan. So I will show you how we can do this coding part. So first I'm going to open R script and going to save this one as a C file. I'm going to save this one in my desktop, new folder, and R example. Save this one as sum of sum. Okay. Now this is asking is this it is asked to allow to save the file as .c file. I just hit yes, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type a C code, C source code to add two matrices. So I'm going to do this one. I need to include some libraries, a header file. I mean, include studio.h file rmath.h, and then I'm going to write down the first function void uh, matrix sums is my function name, and I have this arguments. So this is first one is for the matrix A. I'm going to take pointers, has pointers. So if you don't know about the doing pointers and variables in C, I think it's better to learn those part as well. So I'm not going to cover the C coding part here. So I just want to show you how to connect this C file and how we can call C functions using R. So what I'm going to do is this is first matrix and the second matrix const double B, and I'm going to input the dimension of these two matrices as well, and finally I will get the summation as well. Double star S will be the summation, and now inside the function I need to get this values of P1. So this is how I can get the values of P1 and values of P2, and now I'm going to generate two controlling variables I and j. Now write down the for loop to add two matrices. I goes from 0, I less than n, I plus this. The first loop is for, so I'm going to comment this one. Comment this one. This is number of rows, and the second loop j goes from 0, j less than n, j plus plus, and the second loop is for the number of columns. Now I'm going to get the summation S. So here we have the whole matrix in the vector form. So what we are going to do is j plus I times n equal a j plus I times n plus b j plus I times n. So that's the end of the code. So I will explain this part after showing the whole result. Okay, now I'm going to save this one. So what I did is here I am going to add matrix A and B and put into matrix S. Okay, now I'm going to write down the R code. Okay, let's write down the R code. So I need to use .c function, and okay, so before starting .c I need to declare two matrices. So I'm going to write down A matrix simple A has some values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and B has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. The dimension should be the same. So what I'm going to do is generate two matrices from this using A and B vectors. I'm going to use function matrix. Capital A, number of rows are 2, and B, my second matrix, is number of rows are so P1 is the number of rows, P2 is number of columns. Now I'm going to take the matrix sum, the matrix sum value using .c function. .c. So I'm going to call to the function name here. The function name is matrix sums. I'm going to put the same name here, the name of the function, and now I need to send the argument. So has double a has double comma and p1 teacher p2, and finally I need to send a matrix to get the summation. So this is double p1 times p2. Output will be again the sum. Now I'm going to save the same. I'm going to save the R file as the in the same folder. So matrix sum, my R file name. Now let's see how we can. Okay, so this is almost done now. So what we need to do is now we need to convert this .c file into a DLL file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the file the working directory into the current folder, my working folder, and go to the terminal. And inside the terminal, I need to type this code block rcmd lib file name sums.c, and I need to pass this parameter -l rlab. Okay, now you can go to the. Okay, there's an error in this include studio h. Or maybe extra space. Yeah, it's not studio, it's tdio. Okay, now let's run it again. Yeah. Okay, still one more error. I will see. Okay, see what's the problem here. Okay, so give me 1 second. There's a small error, so we can figure it out soon. Okay, so the error is here. You need to type -l r plus. Yeah, now it's working. Now we can see from the we can go to the folder, and we can see that there's a DLL file, and so we can call now using .c function. Okay, so let's see if this is working or not. Okay, it's not working so far. Okay, so the reason is we need to load that dynamic link library function uh, file using dyn.load function, and the name is be work. Yes, it is working now, no errors. So we can see matrix.sum. Let's see what is the, yeah, here we have the values, so we can convert this one into a matrix. Matrix n, n rows equal to n columns equal to 3. Now we have the matrix summation. So this is a nice technique we can develop for uh, complicated calculations, matrices, for loops. If you have several for loops and complicated calculations, so then you can easily develop this one into those kind of problems. So then we can reduce the time and improve the efficiency. Okay, so thanks for uh, watching my video. If you have any question, you can put in as a comment, or if you have any suggestions, you can put in those in the comment area. And I will see you again another video like this. Thank you.